Hey, Patriots, it's your boy Caption America, coming at you with that star-spangled snark. Usually, we pick one snapshot from the week's news to chew on, but this week? Oh, we're breaking the mold, folks. Two stories, both hogging headlines like they're auditioning for a blockbuster. One's a yawn fest that somehow got airtime, and the other? A delicious irony sandwich served up by the universe itself. Let's dive in. First up, a Venezuelan guy got deported to El Salvador. Yeah, he was here illegally, got caught, and now he's back where he started. Cue the world's tiniest violin. This is news? Really? The media's acting like it's the crime of the century, but let's be real, it's a Tuesday in border control. Done and dusted. Can we move on to something that actually matters? Because, oh boy, the second story is where the real fireworks are. Conservative outlets are screaming about it, while the mainstream media's pretending it's just a speck of dust. New York Attorney General Letitia James, yep, the top law dog in the Empire State, might be staring down 3 potential mortgage fraud charges. You heard that right, mortgage fraud. Sound familiar? It should, because this is the same lady who dragged Donald Trump through the mud for, you guessed it, mortgage fraud. The hypocrisy is so thick you could spread it on toast. Let's have that conversation. So, what's the deal with Letitia James? The Federal Housing Finance Agency, FHFA, dropped a bombshell, accusing her of falsifying records to snag better loan terms. First, in 2023, she allegedly claimed a Norfolk, Virginia, home was her primary residence to get a sweeter mortgage rate. Problem? She's New York's AG, legally required to live in New York. Oops. Second, she's accused of misrepresenting a Brooklyn property as a 4-unit building when it's actually 5, potentially to qualify for better loan terms. And third, back in the 80s and 2000s, she and her dad co-signed a property, but, get this, listed themselves as husband and wife. I mean, come on, that's not just fraud, it's an episode of Jerry Springer. Now, let's compare this to the Trump case James prosecuted. She nailed him in 2023 for inflating property values to secure favorable loans, winning a $454 million civil judgment. Trump's team argued it was just savvy business, no victims, no harm. The banks got paid, right? But James said it was fraud, plain and simple, because nobody is above the law. Oh, how she loved that line, strutting it out like a peacock. Fast forward to now, and the FHFA's saying she pulled the same trick, fudging records for better loans. The irony's so rich it's practically dripping in gold leaf. Documents don't lie, folks. The FHFA's letter to Attorney General Pam Bondi lays it all bare. James' Virginia mortgage papers, the Brooklyn property records, the husband and wife fiasco. It's not hearsay, it's notarized, signed, and damning. If this goes to court, she's looking at potential charges like wire fraud, mail fraud, or making false statements to a financial institution. Serious stuff for the state's top cop. Now let's get snarky. There's this quote attributed to Joseph Goebbels, Nazi propaganda minister. Accuse the other side of that which you are guilty of. Sound like anyone we know? Letitia James built her career on hollering, "Nobody is above the law," while chasing Trump like he stole her lunch money. She campaigned in 2018 promising to take on Trump, and boy, did she deliver, slapping him with a fraud case that some called a stretch. Appellate judges even questioned why the penalties were so steep when no one lost a dime. But now, the tables have turned, and it's her name on the fraud referral. The same woman who sanctimoniously preached about accountability might have been cooking the books herself. It's like watching a vegan get caught with a burger. The schadenfreude is chef's kiss. Conservative media's eating it up, while CNN and pals are suddenly allergic to the story. Funny how that works, huh? If James gets prosecuted, it's not just a legal mess, it's a career ender. She could face fines, maybe even jail time, and at minimum, a PR nightmare. New York law says elected officials who move out of state vacate their office. If that Virginia home was her real plan, she's already on thin ice. My take? She should step down. The evidence is stacked higher than a Trump Tower penthouse. Staying in office while dodging these allegations just screams double standards. Let's be clear, the Venezuelan deportation story is a non-event. Illegal entry, deportation, end of story. The media's obsession with it is just noise, a distraction from real issues. But James? Oh, this is the gift that keeps on giving. Mortgage fraud isn't rare, sure, but when the state's top prosecutor, the one who made "nobody is above the law" her battle cry, gets caught in the same net she cast on Trump? That's not just news, it's poetic justice. The irony's what makes this pop. James didn't just go after Trump, she made it personal, painting him as a crook while waving the rule of law flag. Now, the FHFA's pointing that same finger at her, with documents to back it up. It's like she took a page from Goebbels' playbook, accusing Trump of her own sins. And the conservative crowd? We're just sitting here with popcorn, savoring every second of this karmic comeback. If she's guilty, it's not just about the charges, it's about the hypocrisy. She set the standard, said no one's above the law. Well, Letitia, time to live by it. Step down, or let the court sort it out. Either way, this is one headline we won't let the mainstream media bury. All right, liberals, you've been quiet this whole time. Here's your shot. Defend Letitia James. Tell me why these allegations are baseless, as she claims, or why her Trump prosecution was totally different. Spin it, justify it, make your case. I'm all ears. Well, mostly. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's see if you can top the irony of this week's doubleheader. Let's have that conversation.
He flies through the sky, shield held high, defender of the people, lightning in his eye, with strength in his heart and courage ablaze. He fights for the free, lights up the dark day.